Right, welcome back. If that's the first time you're joining the stream, so my name is Andreas, and I've got a channel called Be Intelligence 360 that focuses on primarily BI issues or SQL Server data related issues. This stream today is just a pure on the job stream. So I've got a current ongoing incident, and I'm getting bugged all the time by pagers. So this needs to be solved. And it's a typical SSIS issue, or SSRS issue. It's a timeout problem or resource problem where we use SQL Server integration services to generate or stream out data out of reporting services, compact that into zip file, and then shove it off to file store and send some emails. This particular problem has been escalating over some time, and I'm getting really tired of troubleshooting it, so we're going to try to solve it once and for all, or at least get to the root cause of it and try to run it. So first things first, you can find my blogs that I link. Obviously you know how to get to the YouTube channel, but if you want to go through some archives or visit my blog site, the address is blog.bi360.ml. And yeah, you can go through there and have a look, or else everything else is pretty much on my YouTube channel. Cool, so let's have a quick look at some of the errors. So part of this, or how my on-the-job streams work, is that I'll obviously have some stuff that will be off-screen, that may be private, confidential, whatever it is, or too much information to be shared. And I will go through my troubleshooting steps. These are live. It is a lot of it will be fumbling by my side, going through normal route of trying to get to root cause and trying to solve a problem. So I've got these SSIS packages to execute, and you can see them in failing all of this morning. So last failure was at 10:27, and I've been trying to re-execute them. Normally when the failures occur on this guy, you rerun the job and it's solved. Normally it's a performance related issue with a specific server that runs it. Right, let's go just show the error message. So it manifested at different times. The reason this one ran for so long is because I restarted reporting services and got a bit more resources on the server that runs it, but ultimately it fails and it throws a very cryptic message. So if we go and look at the message, it tells you, oh, I can't find the file, and I get some random web call issue, and it's can't stream because I can't find the file, and timeout expired. Right. So the timeouts are related to a piece of C# that calls on or does a streaming activity against reporting services. So let's go and I'm going to pull this code. Let's do this. Let's just there we go. So let's just pull up Visual Studio. And let's connect to the server, pull the source repo out, and let's just step through the code so we can see what it actually does, so we can try to troubleshoot it. Now, there is an engine behind this built in SQL that goes and pulls a whole bunch of data, and obviously it sort of mimics a data-driven subscription. Bear in mind we're running enterprise SQL, so we can use data-driven subscriptions. The reason we don't is because there's a whole custom packaging activity that has to go on. So it was just more efficient, or the original process that was built in 2014, I think it was driven through SSIS. So let's just go and generate a new project. Yeah, you can do there. We don't need to call it anything fancy. We're gonna open up a catalog and from that server, let's just browse the catalog, that guy, and it's that guy. So how this works is that we have an SAS job that goes and populates a whole bunch of data, and then after it's populated data, it goes and spits out a whole bunch of, or runs a whole bunch of SSRS reports. Now, they're not the most efficient. I'm sure there's some SQL that can be tweaked, but I have not gone through this to troubleshoot that. So let's just have a look. So it fires this master package, which is an orchestration package that runs a whole bunch of business logic. And you can see there's a whole bunch of conditional stuff here that goes through. Right. So we need to find which package is actually closed. Alright, and the train is coming past, so I'm going to close the door. Hold on. Right, sorry about that. No. So, this master package runs a whole bunch of tests, so tests dates and sets flags and run a whole bunch of control flows, right? Checking that folders exist, checking that temp folders exist, and then we generate some reports, and after that we if we have monthly condition, then we run the monthly reports. But this is for weekly in particular, and this needs to be resolved today before midnight. Right, so when we run the weekly reports, sorry, it's going to, yep, that's it. So the package we run is generate weekly reports. So we open up our solution, generate weekly reports, and then we'll then in terms run some more complex sequencing and control flows. So we collapse some of the stuff, we can actually see what's going on. So we run two sets of reports. The ones are exception reports and the other ones are performance reports. Right, and then we send an email, and that's it. Right, so let's find out where it breaks first of all. So the longer, if you go back and you have a look at all these failures, you can see that there was a time when it was just breaking straight away, and that is because there was no resources available. When we restarted, all of a sudden it ran, right? But this is kind of luck of the draw. So let's have a look. We'll look in this guy. I believe it's the same issue, so it doesn't. We'll troubleshoot once. So sequence performance by status report. So it's execute package task, generate weekly reports, and then generate weekly reports, sequence performance by status reports, and then execute package task, bulk report generator, bulk report generator, bulk report generator. Right, so it's this guy, bulk report generator. Right, so let's have a look. Go back here. Okay, so this is the one that crashed, and it's this bulk report generator. Package bulk report generator. Now we have two, bulk rep generator and bulk report. So this guy, but it's exactly the same action, just running different reports. How this works is we have a select statement, right? So we're reading from a table or a view. So we preview this and it throws out a whole bunch of parameters, right? You can see some true and false statements here, right? Okay, and then that goes and runs a script task that has a whole bunch of input columns, right? And that script itself speaks to reporting services and then spits out reports. Now, there are questions around what is, now we're not going to republish any of these reports or projects. We're just going to go through and look at the scripting references and see what it does, first of all. So it goes and speaks to a report server, and then we put in things like, it's just, you can see the row types, we split through parameter values, report type, what the report type is. So this would be the, I need to show the data. Preview. So report type. Alright. So these are parameters. We have extensions, so that output formats, etc., etc., etc. Right. Let's go back to, oh, sorry, close that guy. Let's go edit script again. There we go. Okay, right. So we push through some parameters, right? Report type, consignment group, and retailer. Those are standard parameters. There's execution parameters set as well. So language set, regional settings. We drop through some file paths, right, with an extension. You can see there. Right. We do some datetimes, and then we stream it into a report location, right? And right, and then it throws the exception, which gives us the file path and whatever the message was. Now, if we look at the error messages, let's go through this guy. The thrown message is exception occurred on report, and then the report name, right, and then the exception message, and it tells you about timeout load this condition within the database. Now, there is a possibility that we get some form of, oh wait, I just had an idea. So timeout is possible, but in order for us to know exactly what's going on, we need to know which report we're running. So let's actually go and have a look at that report. Let's go to that report server. Let's just check what the SSRS or which SSRS. It's in here, isn't it? Script open. No, it's not. Right. I just want to have a quick look at this table. So we're running This is performance report by status and a weekly. This guy. So it's performance report. Right. Performance report. Performance report. Do we see a performance report? Yes, we do. Okay. Modified loss by me. Right. So if we go and we go back to this guy and we go and edit him, I just want to have a look at the actual query that runs. Because that will at least enable us to maybe troubleshoot or see if there's a SQL timeout. We're also gonna jump onto the server and run this report. Okay, shared data set or data source. Right. I'm assuming that this is the most expensive query. We're going to do that. Okay, so there's a store procedure called RPT performance. I'm going to cancel this. We're going to close that without saving. Right, we're going to jump on this guy, on that server, and we're going to look at the store procedure and see what the store prop does. So there could be things like we're running out of temp storage space or things like that if TempDB gets a bit full, but I'm not getting pagers for that, so I'm assuming that that's not what's happening, unless obviously TempDB runs out of space. Right, so we have RIP performance report. Right, I'm pretty sure I there we go. So I'm going to look at these guys. They're generally quite laborious. So what do? We go and have a whole bunch of parameters. Right. And we get those from this config report thing where a parameter ID is whatever. And then let's have a quick look. Okay, we're going to set up a whole bunch of settings and then we run. Generate a whole bunch of temp tables. we have a whole bunch of inefficient OR statements. And this is this generating? Yeah, right. So this is generating still temp tables. And then comes the we generate the main temp table, I think. Right, and that's it. So this last guy is the main query, and this runs like 900 times over. Parameters is always fun. So do we generate indexes on these temp tables? I think we don't, because we don't create them. Yeah, we don't create them up front. So you can see this was originally generated in 2015. Yeah, no. There's no indexing here, so we might have issues. Right. Let's have a quick look at temp2b. Just want to see how much space is allocated and used and all that stuff. Okay, so we have plenty of space available. So it's not that. And I mean, looking at the server. So if we kick off this process, it might take a while to run, but let's just kick this process off and see. Oh, right. Let's go and look for non-blanks. You can see there's stuff running. Oh, great, we're running some maintenance. Ooh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay, here we go. All right, we're creating indexes. Running this. Store procedure. And if we go to, open up this guy, we're connected to the server, we should have a folder on C drive, I think. Right. So we're generating files. so it hasn't crashed. And you can see that it runs different sections of the process. And you can see it's going over and over, and it looks quite efficient. It doesn't look horrendously bad. I mean, it's now generated quite a few. 31 reports so far. But it's not like we're having anything being deadlocked or anything. We just, oh no. Sort by user. That guy. Just wanna, we're gonna make that a little bit faster. Okay. That is running on. Now I have 50. And it's moving. Can't remember how many reports. Just take. So it's going to generate 223 performance reports, and I think it's doing the exception report first. That's 464. So all in all, it's going to generate 600 and 700 different files. That's going to take some time. Let's do a bit of Googling. Let's see if we can find some known issues. SSIS script task streaming SSRS files report to files. Well, we're not doing images, but this is what we're doing. Let's just add some streaming SSRS to file crashes in SMS. Okay. No. 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 That sounds like something to read. Right, let's have a look at these things. So data flow crashes. No, this is different. Right. So this is what we're doing. So we generating a report. We're selecting some stuff. We're running it through. Yeah, there we go. Report server. Yeah. What? Here we go. Export to a script task. Yes. Edit script. Test script. See if there's any comments about. Is this venture but open false and corrupt error? Okay, that's not it. Very nice article. Yes. Right. I'm wondering. No. SSRS will truncate at if it's a row limitation, SSRS will truncate. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's not it either. See, this guy's still running. And he's still running. So there's a whole bunch of data sets per report that gets obviously run to create different tabs and that sort of thing. Some of this, or some of the errors, I think are related to garbage collector. So I think it's scripting problems, ultimately. Let's see if we have any obvious C# script problems or construct problems with garbage collectors or unclosed cursors or anything like that. Because it could be, I'm assuming that all this stuff is going to work in SSS buffer space as well, so it could be that a report is getting kicked out that way as well. Right, let's have a look. Doesn't look like there's an issue. this not it? Hold on, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. Let's see what we can do. Sounds like a pager. Yep. But I'm just gonna acknowledge that. When did we do 150? Are we doing, has it stopped now? Yeah, looks like it stopped. So that was the pager, job failed. So it's not that. And we're not getting anything new in here. This job definitely failed, I think. Oh no, it's running. So that was just yeah, it's still running. If we go back and we look at this stuff, so no, refresh is what we wanted. So if we look at some of the long crashes, 30 seconds, so how long is that? Let's look at 3000 divided by 60. Okay, so 50 minutes. It crashes after an hour. And 2100 divided by 60, 35 minutes. So if we look at some of this stuff, so we're setting timeouts in reporting services to be 30 minutes. It is possible that we're having logs because the server is really busy. That forces a single report to stall for quite some time. And the report doesn't generate an output for just over the thresholds. Yeah, you can see it's producing, but you can see, so there was between that report and that report was a minute. The files are quite big. I'm wondering if it's not buffer sizes as well. That's a problem. Let's have a look at that error message again, see if there was something obvious that we're missing. Wrong one. That guy failed. So it's complaining about connection failure, timeout, low disk space condition. But the timeout expired. And this is the timeout sits in the script. Yeah, it's reporting services. It's a sub exception. but it looks like it's a combination of things. Maybe not. So there is a possibility that okay, so because it doesn't happen on the first one but happens on the second one, it could be that the timeout is seen as a single transaction. So this piece here, so let's just kill this for now or close this script. There is a possibility that because we generate two, so we have this bulk rep generator and then we have bulk report generator, right? So sometimes bulk report generator crashes, sometimes bulk rep. There's a possibility that this script task is seen as a complete script task, and that's when it crashes, because it runs as a single connection and it takes over 30 minutes to run, and after 30 minutes the task crashes because, hey, I have not completed. That could be it. That doesn't explain these crashes though. Let's just see that the messages are the same. So have a look at this guy. So this is 300 seconds, so that's 5 minutes. It's in the bulk report generator. Timeout load disk. Timeout load disk. More connection failed. This could be just normal timeout expired. Let's just have a look at here. SSIS scripting task times out. No, this is some other one. Alright, here we go. Okay, so they're talking about this timeout in the script task that we were looking at. They're setting it to 10 minutes, we got 30 minutes. I think we should extend it because I think the actual is the complete execution timeout. Or this guy. Let's have a look at some of this ones. No, I don't think this is it. This is different error. We see this other time out. Yeah, performance related. Still running. Okay, we're at 178 items. Still generating. Yeah, it could also be buffer related. See if the buffers are changed from the default settings. So on the data flow itself, come on. If we look at the buffer properties, that the row is not an issue. It's 10 megs. Thinking that could also be a problem. In fact, I think that's more of a problem than let's have a look at the script task again. I'm tempted to increase that, even though I don't think that's going to solve it. Unless we've got two separate crashes. We've got one that's that, and then we have another one that's a buffer related. Right. I have a feeling this specific error is related to a combination of two things. I think the one is this actual timeout. This guy. I guess we can have a look at by looking at this and going back to the overview. So if we look at the total execution time, not on this guy because this was a bad example. Go to one that failed. So this guy. So he completed, you can see, bulk report generated completed, and then we bulk rep generator completed, but then this one failed after 300 seconds. It's not. So the first step, the first report generator completes, which is performance and exception reports, right? And then it fails on the weekly reports. I think this is a buffer problem. I don't think this is a timeout. I think it's a buffer. And it tries to stream out, or the scripting component obviously runs within data flow buffer settings. And I think that's what's happening. Right. I was only supposed to run the stream for 45 minutes. I am going to stop the stream right now and start streaming again if we come to conclusion, or when we get to a conclusion. Right. Cheers, guys.
I am sushi, no one can get me.